Hello everybody and welcome back to Casting My Climb, where I'm the main character for all the wrong reasons. So, let's get on to the teams. On the blue side, we have Volibear in the top lane. Echo's going to be the jungler. Silas, the mid laner. Zeri, the bot carry. Seraphine is going to be the support. On the red team, we have Jax in the top lane. Xin Zhao is going to be in the jungle. Victor is the mid laner, and Lucian is the bot carry, as well as Lux the support. So let's look at who I am in this game. I'm going to be the Zeri, which is a bit of a surprise if you haven't seen my last stream. I did pick up Zeri towards the end of the game because the games were going pretty badly. This game is from Thursday. I had to do a special session for that one because, my footage from the stream on last week Sunday got kind of ruined at the last 3 games, so I had to rotate out of those, and we're going into this one now. So we're about Silver 2 still. We're moving forward as much as we can. We see a good exchange between the Volibear and Jax there, just to keep up the mind right now. Victor gets some pressure on top of the Silas, but that is going to be that. We got to look at how everything else goes right now, and I would think that this would be a good side. Silas jumps on top of the Victor, but doesn't get enough in to put him down yet. Very rough situation for both teams to play this one out. And Silas takes quite a bit of damage from the Victor. Victor keeps on stacking a bit more damage here. This could become very dangerous for the Silas here if he doesn't get a jump on top of that. Meanwhile, he does get the jump on that one. Flash out by the Victor. Flash from the Silas as well. Does get the finish off there. Jax is dropping pretty low here and gets one slap, but not enough to put him down yet. So a lot of people very, very low in this matchup right now. Zhao comes in there, tries to give a chance to the Victor, but Echo jumps on top of that one, gets the pick off there. Zhao is pretty good there and gets on top of the Echo, 1-for-1 trade there. Silas is very, very low. There could be an opportunity for the Zhao to do something more about this one, but still yet nothing. Silas doesn't go for the recall. This could become very dangerous. Oh, Zhao jumps on top of him, but Silas gets a good exchange there. The heal gets him the kill, and that's 2-1 for the blue team, about 3:53 on the clock. So a good start here for the blue team. They do get 2 kills. They did have to give up the Echo's life there as well. Oh, Volibear gets on top of the Jax. Jax tries to exchange with the stun there. Does the reset as well. Tries to get out there. Throws the ignite on the Volibear as well, but he just slaps him down, and that is a dead Jax. 3-1. Okay, this is going to become a very interesting situation, how this is going to keep on playing out here right now. Blue team have created a bit of a lead right now. Lux did take a bit of damage there from the Zeri W there. Lux's Q does not hit, gets rooted up there. Zeri comes in there trying to help out. Lux drops pretty low there. Lucian goes after, flashes after the Seraphine there. Looks, Zeri's not in a good position there. Does get rooted up, goes to the tower, and Seraphine unfortunately lines up with his Zeri, and they get a double kill to the Lucian. Got to put something on the Zeri. They should have not tried to go in for that one as soon as the Seraphine had to back out. That was actually the sign to just back out as well. Go in onto the triangle, the 2-1 situation. Get better onto the Lucian there than how they did, and that's a bad play here. Volibear's in a bad situation right now. Stunned from the Jax. No opportunity here. Xin Zhao jumps on top as well. No escape for the Volibear and dies to the Jax. 3-4 for the red team now. So they did even this one out. Got about 1,000 gold lead as well. Lucian's looking pretty good here. Picked up the Cauldron's Warhammer and the Book of Agility. So that's going to be an interesting situation to come about this one. Let's see how this one moves forward with the whole situation right now. Nothing to be done about this one there. And this is going to be a harsh point to play about this one right now. And all is going to be about this. Oh, good opportunity to get it once again there on top of this one. Oh, another hit onto the Jax. Jax has to use the Counter-Strike there to not get completely annihilated there. Silas gets on top of the Victor. No opportunity for him to get out of there and just dead. Oh, pretty heavy play right now there. The bot lane does have quite a push there. Zinzao's coming in there trying to get a gank in there, but the blue bot lane did keep their eyes out there and is backing off there. Was enough warning signs there as well. Jax has to jump away there, goes for the Counter-Strike, gets a stun onto the Volibear, but get an answer immediately, and the shield comes up there. Ignite comes out as well. That should be the Jax burning down, and he does that. Echo is trying to looks like he's going for a gank. Not too sure how this one is really planned here. So signal from the Echo to go in this play right now. We'll see how this one goes. Seraphine moves quite far forward. There's nothing about that. Seraphine takes a lot of damage. The Echo, I don't know what the Echo's really doing here right now. That was a miscue there from the Seraphine as well. Very poor play there. Root on top of the Zeri as well. Lucian does get the double kill once again. And Echo, I don't really know what the Echo's doing here. He just jumps on top there. He does get the kill onto the Lucian, but dies to the Lux there. Very weird play there from the Echo, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, Echo signals that he wants to go in. And then he takes his whole ass time to get on top of that one. That's a bit of a rough situation, gotta be honest, for the blue team as well. That was kind of being expected that there would be something happening, blah, blah, blah. And then just backs away a bit in that situation. I don't really know how I would look at that one if I mean, I was pretty angry at the time at the game. That's why I did do the question mark ping, because I was like, bro, you called it and you don't come in here. However, right now we do see, oh, Volibear has to ult out of there. Did see the Zhao there. But heavy play here. Xylus once again gets on top of the Victor, and he has no opportunity to get out of that one. And that's the thing. We do have to keep a lot on our eyes that the Xylus just can find a way how to play this one out completely here. They go for a dive on to the Volibear. Volibear is dropping pretty low there. Does go down, and tower shot does not take down the Zinzao, but did take the Jax. Meanwhile, Echo gets the Drake. And Zinzao moved too close for another tower shot and died, and that's a double kill of the Volibear. I have no clue what that play was, though. Pretty heavy pressure here on to the blue bot lane right now. Lucian goes quite far forward. Echo is going for the Lux completely in this play. Lux has to flash out of there. Echo's still going here. Culling being pulled out by the Lucian here. Not an opportunity that you really want to take advantage of. Lucian is still holding on as much as he can right now. There's a lot of damage being put on top of this Lucian. He's barely holding on. There is the auto attack from the Seraphine that puts down the Lucian, and she gets that bounty, and that's an Essence Reaver. Or I didn't even know if it was a bounty, but gets the money at least, so it's something to keep an eye out for. Volibear wants the Jax here. Jax is not in a good position there. Does get the bone playing. They're going for a pretty heavy dive in the bot lane as well, but right now we have the Volibear and the Jax staying blow. Jax not looking good for this one. Has to jump away there and be completely fine. But bot lane seems like they played it out pretty safely as well, so all is good how it is right now. They said Essence Reaver already on the Lucian could be a very interesting position to play around right now. Volibear gets jumped by the Jax, but the Jax takes quite a bit of damage. The Ignite comes out there, and Jax just burns to the ground once again. We're at 11-8 right now, and we're only almost 9 minutes into this game right now, and the lead is pretty even right now. Let's be honest about that one. About 200 right now for the blue team, but not really much you can really write home about. It'll be interesting how this one develops further for this one. As I said, Lucian is quite a bit in the lead with the kills right now. That helps him out quite a bit. Silas is in a heavy lead against the Victor. However, CS is not in his favor, which is a very interesting point to be about there. Seraphine steps up pretty badly there. Gets taken out completely there. Lucian goes for the Zeri and gets it with the calling there. Meanwhile, Silas kills off the Victor. Okay, that's an interesting ping. Gotta be honest, I don't know why that comes up there, but okay. Other thing that I really would say right now, whereas the bot lane, the Seraphine and I are not playing this well. Gotta be honest. The Lucian's has snowballed. You can't really fight the Lucian right now in this situation. Lucian has snowballed into a position where you don't really want to fight him. And now you kind of just have to play around whatever you got. Jax gets on top of the Volibear. Volibear does get the shield, so can now try to answer. There goes for the ultimate as well. Tries to get a lot of bashes in there. Not enough to put it down there. Lucian puts down the Seraphine once again. Zeri's trying to do what she can right now to put in the damage there, but not enough to put this Lucian away yet. A lot of pressure is being put on all the lanes. Luden's Echo now on the Lux as well. I think at this point it was, I'm not too sure. At some point the Lux got really cheeky in this game. However, right now we do see the Jax taking the tower shot and going down. The Lux got really cheeky in all chat and said to the Seraphine she should uninstall the game. Yeah, I just want to point that out at this point. Because, well, I mean, yeah, it's going well for you, but honestly, I would not say that the Lux did hit 1-2 Qs that did cause the problem, but at the same time, I'm not really sure that's completely there. Seraphine is in a bad spot right now, gets rooted up there, and should be finished off by the Victor there. Got trapped there. No real opportunity to outplay this, really. It is what it is, not much can be done about that, really. Oh, jump on top of the Silas there. Silas tries to answer immediately. There comes the Luxol as well. Stun onto the Silas and he goes down. Meanwhile, Echo and Volibear did clear out the Void Grubs. The bot tier 1 is not looking in a great position right now. Seraphine is roaming, which is honestly kind of fine right now with how the lane goes. Doesn't really force myself as a Seraphine to play much to that chagrin. Problem is still, though, we're not in a good spot if you look at this blue team. It's almost quite a lead right now for the red team. Oh, Volibear once again answers completely there. Prestic gets on top of the Jax. Jax does not die to the Ignite. The flash comes in there. Volibear picks up the kill. And we're at 14-14 and about 12:30 on the clock. And it's about a 3,000 gold lead for the red team still. However, the red team did take down the turret. And have... I think one bounty kill was on there and a bit of a CS lead. You can see right now the Lucian has ahead of me. And oh, Xin Zhao has a flash out of there. Volibear says, no, you're going to still go down and takes the kill. About a 30 CS, almost a 30 CS lead is there for the Xin Zhao against the Echo as well. So that's kind of another part there. Right now, except the Volibear, there's nobody ahead in CS on the blue team, which that's where the big lead right now comes from. Jax and Volibear meet up once again. Volibear just having a gal of a time, to be honest, right now. Just putting some pressure onto the Jax. Volibear does want that turret, and it looks like he is gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Jax is trying to answer this one completely right now, but I'm not too sure this is really the play. Counter-Strike will come out. Volibear managed to dodge it. This is not the situation. Stun onto the Jax, and Jax has to jump away there. Will Volibear go for this one? Gets the slap down there and just walks away, and... that was a bit of a play from the Jax, to be honest. That was not what you want to see from your Jax playing in that one. The lead is slowly melting. We're about 1,000 gold lead, barely still. Xin Zhao looking for some blood here onto the Seraphine. Seraphine is backing away, though. And we can't forget the bot tier 1 is gone. Volibear is going to go for the TP. This could be an opportunity to actually play around this one. Xin Zhao is trying to get away there. Echo's going for something else. Well, Lucian is in a bad position right now. Volibear gets on top of the Lucian. Zeri comes around as well. They're going to go for the Lucian there. Lucian bites the dust versus the Volibear, and that means another kill here. And 17-14. The lead is slowly melting further and further right now. We're at about a 600 gold lead right now. Volibear is slapping a bit on top of this Zhao, and Jax now coming in there. This is not an opportunity for the Volibear to be in. I think he risked a bit too much there. Goes down there completely now. Victor is now putting some pressure on there. Meanwhile, Zeri's trying to help as much as he can. While Echo is just sitting on the Drake, root up onto the Zeri, gone. Seraphine gets pushed out of the lane completely. gets jumped by the Silas. He gets the pickup, but he gets stunned as well. Echo just days the Drake and just walks away from everybody, and I don't know how I would feel about that one. It still dies to the Lux there, but still it doesn't feel right, and Silas doesn't manage to get that trade there. So basically the blue team traded their whole team against the Drake. Not a good point to be in, really. Zeri picks up the Storm Razor. Meanwhile, the Lucian is already on 2 items. That's not a good position to be in if you are the blue team's bot carry right now. So, but we have a short moment of time right now. Let's look at how the itemization is going around right now. So we have the Volley Bear with the Dusk and Dawn and the plated steel caps going for the Flicker Blade next up there. Meanwhile, Jax is only on the Trinity Force, nothing else, not even boots yet in his hand. Echo has the Nash's Tooth and the Sorcerer Boots. Xin Zhao has the Static Shift and the Berserker Greaves, probably going into the Dusk and Dawn as well as the next item. But Silas doesn't get the hit there and has to back away from that one, unfortunately. Silas has the Proto Belt. And, of course, the Sorcerer's Shoes, while the Victor went for the Torch. Blackfire Torch, I think, was the name, right? Blackfire Torch, and went for the Crimson Lucidity, and their Spellslinger boots are the ones that Silas has. That's the upgraded, the tier 3 Sorcerer boots. You got a Storm Razor on the Zeri, as I said already, and the Lucian has the Essence Reaver and the Flicker Blade. Oh, there's a good fight since I was trying to get on top of this Volibear, but Volibear is holding on as much as he can. Goes for the jump here, turns off the tower, gets completely out of him, moves out of tower range, and is fine with everything. Gives him the good old thumbs up and just keeps on bashing further and further with this one. Oh, if Jax did jump in there a bit too greedy there and gets taken down, and that could open up the top lane completely here. But let's look at the supports for a moment. Seraphine unfortunately doesn't have an item except even the Zax. Deal Spike. Oh, Root on top of the Echo. Echo pulls up the shield and that turret's gone. Lux has to be very careful about this one. Lux does have the Lune's Echo as well as the Sorcerer's Shoes. Now, Seraphine has the Sorcerer's Shoes as well, but that's all she has right now. It's a bit of a rough situation. 1 and 6 is the Seraphine. I wouldn't really blame the Seraphine much for this game right now. It just kind of went badly in the lane completely for both of us. We didn't play well. We got punished for that one, and that just kind of its out jumps on top of the Silas. Silas did hit him accidentally, I think, with that Proto Belt, which causes the issue there. But Flicker Blade now up onto the Volibear is going to probably go. My guess would be right now the HP reg armor, but I don't remember the name completely there. However, Silas is looking for an opportunity here to get on top of that, and there, unfortunately, the Lux ult coming in there. Colin goes through there. A lot of damage being put on top of that, but the Lucian gets trapped out quite a bit there, gets stunned up as well. This could be a good opportunity. Seraphine gets a bit of damage in there. All good right now. Jax jumps in there. No, Jax jumped in there to go down there. Jax and Xin Zhao fall there. Volibear is now a bit too far there. Seraphine comes pretty late into this fight. They're still trying to answer quite a bit. Victor gets through there one. A lot of damage being put on top of there. Victor does barely not fall. Lux misses the Q there. And that is that fight over, unfortunately. Zeri couldn't put the damage in there. Was pretty late to the fight as well. And had cost probably her 2 teammates that one. Spirit Visage was the name of the item, as I just saw. And that has been picked up already by the Volibear. Right now, if I would say the Volibear is the big carry right now, we're 23 to 23 and 19-5 into the game. And it's a bit of a 700 gold lead. However, this is going to be a big situation going around here, and Zhao does knock the Silas up a bit, but Silas keeps putting in some good damage on top of this Xin Zhao. He's already at half HP, and Xin Zhao has to be very careful about this one. Meanwhile, top lane, there's gonna come something. Jax jumps, there's still rooted, though Counter-Strike comes through there, but Volibear's looking for that one, gets the stun up here as well. Jax is just gonna bite the dust there. Silas goes in on top of Xin Zhao after they move out of turret range. It's a 1v1 situation. However, the Lux comes now back in and gets the ult through there. And with that, Silas falls. Still right now a very close predicament. Lucian is stacking up still the gold. But Zeri is slowly catching up as much as you want to see a Zeri catch up. Shadow Flame being purchased by the Lux now. We have a Raleig's Crystalline Scepter now on the Seraphine, so there's something now there as well. Drake is on the menu for the red team, and they're going to pick this one up pretty easily. No opportunity whatsoever for the red team to answer that one, so that's the first Drake for the red team in this game. Victor's looking for an opportunity to get some pressure on top of the Volibear. Volibear is pretty much in no man's land. There has to be a lot of careful play right now. Volibear is looking for the Lucian there. Gets a bit of slap here. Culling gets pulled out there. The ult is still coming in there. Root on top of the Volibear as well. He's alone and gets taken out. Xin Zhao gets on top of the Seraphine, and that is her gone. There he picks up the Xin Zhao in the end there. Did pop her ultimate as well, so that's a bit of a rough situation there, however. Right now the blue team kind of need that one, and Xylus with the stolen ult just takes down the Victor there, who was not very aware of his surroundings. And this means a good pickup for the blue team. They're slowly hampering the lead, but it's still almost 2,000 gold lead right now. The Jax is moving away there. There could be an interesting situation developing in the river there. Lucian is pushing pretty far forward. Silas is there. Zeri is there. Echo is there. If they try to do something, this could spell a lot of disaster if they're really going to go for a play there. Lucian does take a bit of damage as well as does the Lux here, and there's quite a bit of a situation there. They back away. They have an opportunity not to die here. And the red team decide that would be the better play than trying to force something right now. They said they do have a slight lead. It's about right now about 1,600, I would say. Is roughly about how it is, and we're seeing slowly moving up that the blue team is closing in on that gap pretty heavily. Draco's 3 minutes away, so that's not going to be a big player right now. Volibear looking for a lot more opportunities to get on top of something here. However, all are waiting for this opportunity to play something out completely in this one. Silas just farming up, which we want to see the Silas doing there. Xin Zhao gets an opportunity, jumps on top of that one. However, gets immediately stunned up there. Luxo comes through there. Xin Zhao is pretty low on the whole thing there. Victor just got annihilated there, and this could be now an opportunity. Lux gets caught out there. Almost enough damage there to just put the Lux down there, but they're not going to completely pull the trigger there. Volibear once again walks a bit too far in there. Does get into the culling. Takes a lot of the culling damage there as well. Jax looking for an opportunity to get some more in there. Jumps on top of the Seraphine, but not enough damage there. There comes the Encore. Pulls the Jax back in there. Goes down. Echo gets the time recall in, the Chrono Break in there, and gets out of dodge as well. So they trade the Volibear, who a bit overextended in my eyes right now, and trade against two others, and Lux just gets caught out there completely by the Silas, and that's not the play you want to see. Lux is wildly pinging the Lucian there, which I'm not too sure why. You decide to step up there, and Silas said, okay, you step up, you step down, and that's what exactly happened. Zeri is going to recall picking up the Phantom Dancer and now going towards the Infinity Edge as well as the Lucian. So both sides are going to go, both 80 carries are going to go towards the Infinity Edge. Xin Zhao does have the Dusk and Dawn now, so that's going to be an interesting situation. Shadow Flame on the Echo as well, so there's quite a bit of items going around right now. Jack's still on one item, but now he has boots, at least he has the Merc Tread, so that's something. I just want to remind you that the Lux told the Seraphine to uninstall the game because she's so bad. Lucian does pick up the Infinity Edge, so it's going to be an interesting situation there. Volibear does move out of there, but he's in a bad situation there. Flashes the Q from Xin Zhao there, and he just gets to have a ball. Silas gets on top of everything, gets a good amount of damage in there, does take that one out, pulls out the calling. So this could get very interesting calling now from the Lucian after seeing that one flashes there and well. And Silas gets to live that one. Echo is a bit of a rough situation right now. Does go for the Chrono Break. Volibear's there as well. Volibear takes the whole Lux ult and stun there, takes all the damage he can right now. Does get a bit of a shield, but there's not enough to be in there. However, there's a good jump in there from the Echo, takes down one as well, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. If Echo can now get out of there, it's wonderfully for the blue team there, and Lux dropped pretty heavily here, and we do see the Seraphine and squad moving in there, trying to give the Echo a bit of a breathing room that they don't go that hard in there. I love that you ping the Lux's old Volibear, but honestly, it's a Lux. She has probably the old, yeah, she has the old already ready to get up. Like, she probably has it ready, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she has it ready. Oh, Victor gets caught out. This could get it very interesting there. Victor gets completely caught out there. Has to flash over the wall. Zeri is looking for an opportunity to get on top of there, but not much about that one. Xin and the crew are looking for an opportunity to answer completely. Xin gets caught off on the side there. Lucian comes in there as well. Let's see how this goes. Gets on top of the Lucian there. Lucian gets annihilated there. Let's with the Xin ult, and they get a pickup onto that one. Lux is trying to find a way out of this one. Gets slowed up by the W from Zeri there. He's trying to find a way out of this one, but Zeri just puts on the pressure there. Jax is alive there. This could get very, very interesting. Echo's trying to find a way out of this one. Zeri's coming in now as well. Jax jumps on top of the Xylus, but still goes down, and a double kill for the Zeri here. Victor looking to do something, but there's not much you can really do about that one. Meanwhile, Volibear pushed in the bot tier 1. Now 26-30, it's 35-28, and now the gold lead has flipped its head. It's about a almost 3,000, 2,000 something gold lead, 2,500 I would say, about slowly closing in onto this further. Echoes of Helia is picked up by the Seraphine. Seeker's Arm Guard for the Echo, so there's some items coming in. Infinity Edge for the Zeri. Zeri has been moving pretty closely. If we look at the gold right now, we can see it's evening out pretty much on a lot of positions right now. Jax is the second lowest gold in the game. Lowest is still Seraphine, so the Seraphine is a support that's kind of fine. Where the Jax is not fine. Victor in a bad spot there, gets jumped immediately, and Zeri picks up the kill. And that's a good play once again. Oh, they're looking for the push here. Zeri is sitting on the side, waiting to get in there. Volibear is close by as well. They get on top of that one. Everybody jumps in there. Complete annihilation. Pelling is being pulled out. The Lucian is trying to find a way out of this one. But the Zeri is there as well as the Echo and put him down. That's another kill there. And we're at 39-28. That should be at least something. Is coming as well. I think that's going to be a Baron actually, and that's a bit of a rough situation if you are the red team. A lot of pressure being put by the Volibear onto the Jax. Jax trying to answer with a counter-strike. Tower shots are coming in there. That's something that's... Oh, Buddy moves out of there, and that's a kill, and Volibear survives, and Seraphine picks up the kill. So if this keeps on going, the Seraphine's going to catch up to the Jax, and that's not a position you want to be in. Nashor's 2 is picked up by the Jin Zhao. Xylus picks up the Zhonya's. Static Shiv for the Volibear, so a big pickup. Last Whisper for the Zeri, not as big a pickup as others have, but it makes a lot of sense to pick up that item. I think it was a Mortal Reminder I would go for this game to get this one out, but it could be a Lord Dominic's as well. I'm not 100% sure what it was. Lucian is in a tough spot there. He takes him a lot of damage and immediately gets annihilated there. Didn't have a flash up and got caught on the side. Gonzalez looking for a wraparound there. I'm not too sure you would really want to go for those. Culling being pulled once again by the Silas. Silas is still alive here. Stun does not hit him. So he's in pretty good position there. Silas looking for some more blood here. Gets a bit of damage on top of the Lux here. Jinzao is in a bad spot as well. Gets on top of the Xylus, has to move around there. Zeri is trying to come in there to help out as much as he can. Gets the W through there. Volibear tries to get on top of that one as well. A lot of damage is being trying to stop here. Good ult from the Volibear, gets on top of that one. But it's taking tower shots. The tower shots are being exchanged right now. Lux goes down in that fight completely. So that's another opportunity to play around here. And we see this one is still going as much as you want to see this right now. blue team are trying to extend their lead further. They now have 43 kills to 28 on the red team. And the lead is almost 10,000 gold right now. Oh, there is the culling being pulled out by the Lucian. However, he has to be very careful about that one. Seraphine comes in with the Encore, gets a good hit on there. Zeri comes in there, puts down the Jax, and that is another one dead. We're about 30 minutes into this game right now, and this looks like the blue team are working on closing this one completely out. Tower shots are hitting right now. Lucian gets rooted up there. Zeri picks up another kill, and that's another good spot to be in right now. A bit of a deep dive here from the Xylus. Does live through that one. First turret goes down, so this is a big opportunity right now. Second Nexus turret goes down, and the blue team are immediately going to finish this one off. GG, and, well, the Lux told the Seraphine to uninstall. How does it feel for the Lux right now? I would want to answer that question answered. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. And goodbye and good night.